Konnichiwa!
Konnichiwa! Welcome to Taboo Topics by Fast and First Aid. I'm your host, Honest Kim, and here we have the psychic sidekick, Annie.
Hello, friends!
I am still in Japan wearing I thought they were called yukatas, but they said they're kimonos, so who am I to argue?
Oh my gosh, I was going to call it a kimono.
I put my hair up like a crazy person. Anyway, this week we are talking about custom-made clothes because tomorrow, which is actually today here in Japan, is National Tailors Day. So we're just going to talk about custom-made clothes and get some people's opinions. So if you've had a good or bad experience or no experience, if you've had no experience, don't put a comment. But if you've had an experience, go ahead and comment, and we'll get to those later in the show. After that, we'll do our Dick of the Week award. We've got some interesting dicks proposed, and we have our psychic reading by the psychic sidekick at the end. So let's get started talking about custom clothes. So Annie, let me ask you, have you ever had any custom clothes made?
I've never had, or my mom, she back in the day used to make all my Halloween costumes, if that counts for something. She customized, I was Jeannie one year and I was something else another year. Every year she made my Halloween costume, but as an adult, no.
I did it once, and exactly once, I think back in the day, people when they traveled would be like, oh, when you go to this country, you should have some clothes made. So I think it was about 10 years ago. I was in Vietnam, and I was in a city, and they're like, oh yeah, this is the city where you get custom clothes made. So I picked out this really pretty red silk fabric, and I don't know if I took a picture of a dress or I just drew a dress and got the dress made. And I still own the dress, actually, and have never worn it once, violating my own rule of if you haven't worn it in a year to get rid of it. I still haven't worn it. For some reason, I still have it because I can't get rid of it because it was custom made.
Well, my dad, when he was in Hong Kong in the 70s, someone told him the same thing and to get custom clothes there. So he did a custom tuxedo and a couple suits. Out of all those things, he still has the custom tuxedo, and he breaks it out for weddings.
His 1970s custom tuxedo?
Yes, it's a very classic style tuxedo. He looks awesome in it. It's always funny because I think he weighed about 175 pounds when he got it customized. So on that, like when he's off the bandwagon, he's around 200, maybe 210, the max. So he's like, gotta lose weight, gotta fit in the tuxedo.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, and then we've also had some friends that have gotten custom dresses done for certain events or whatnot. And, I think when you're doing custom things, I think the most important thing is the fabric, right? Yeah. So you have to choose the right fabric and a really good quality fabric because nothing makes things look cheap. Nothing makes things look cheaper than like crap fabric. Right? Or the wrong fabric. It's like, oh, I want this flowy dress, so choose a light and flowy fabric, not a heavy fabric. Yeah, so I think
quality is very important.
And I think, as you and I, just average Joe off the street going to find fabric, we don't have the connections that a lot of the fashion houses do or a lot of, really dialed in tailors. So I think that might also be a hurdle to getting a decent custom piece.
I would totally agree because a lot of times what we are offered at our price is totally far more expensive than what the fashion houses get.
Oh, yeah, because we're paying one off and they're doing even like custom prints or fabrics or whatever to their specifications because they're doing a lot of it. So that's another thing.
But what do you think about like a quality piece of clothing? Like I have a really beautiful dress, or I think you have a dress that you actually had taken in by a tailor, like a quality piece of clothing that instead of getting rid of it, you just have it tailored to your body.
I think that's the way to go, in my opinion, because you get something you like, you know what it looks like, and when something fits you well, it just makes it look better, and it makes you look better. I think just having something that looks good on you.
Like I love your red dress. I think you bought it as a size 10 or something. It was super uber sale. By a designer, and you had it taken in to fit your body, and it's probably one of my favorite dresses you have.
Oh yeah, I think that was a Nanette Lepore sort of red, like Latin dress that I got in probably the late 90s at 80% off or something, so it was worth it to have it taken in. And it still fits, and I still get compliments on it. And it wasn't that expensive to start, really. It wasn't like a, couture dress in the first place or anything. But yeah, it's a cute little dress, and it still works really well, and it fits perfectly.
Yeah, and the nice thing about it is, like, if you tailor those clothes, we're my favorite word, you're being sustainable.
And supporting the local economy.
Yes. You're being environmentally right.
Or you can even reapportion things. Like, let's say you have now those sort of shorter tops are coming back in style. It's like, oh no, now that I have a little bit of a belly, I'm working hard to get rid of it. Been to the gym 2 days in a row. But you can take longer sort of pieces that are still nice pieces, and you can have a tailor kind of cut them shorter and make them a little more on trend. So that's another way to keep things and upcycle or whatever that's called.
Yeah, the nice thing is, depending on how much fabric's involved, you can either take it in, take it out, take it back in, take it back out. 'Cause obviously, we all fluctuate with our weights as we get older and as we go through our workout phases versus not working out versus eating healthy or not eating healthy.
I'm not sure if what I'm eating is healthy or not, but it's really good here in Japan. So anyway, this week and tomorrow, tailors, we support you, and we thank you for who you are and what you do and making us look better and dealing with our complaints.
Well, Kim, what are some ways, it's like not everyone has time, because I know there's some people that when they rip something, tear something, instead of taking it to a tailor, they just toss it out, or it ends up forever in that bag of, I need to take stuff to the tailors. Is there certain products you would recommend that can help them with helping alter their own clothes if they can't go to a tailor?
Wow, you must be psychic. You must be the psychic sidekick. I was just going to say that we should, a new product we just brought is Fashion Staple. It's a little portable, click, 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 makes a stitch, and it's cheap and easy. It is a little temperamental, so make sure you look at our videos on how to thread it and how to use it. But that is really helpful. Also, just having a little sewing kit the kind you get in a hotel or whatnot to put on buttons or do things like that is really helpful. And then, of course, there is your tailor. But those are things you can do at home.
Yeah. We have one person just mentioning a funny story about when they think about tailors. I know you don't watch TV, Kim, but there's a show called Friends. It was on in, I think, the 90s. And Joey recommends his family tailor to one of the cast members. I can't remember if it was Chandler, or I think it was actually Chandler. And the tailor is like measuring his inseam of his pants and goes up his pant legs and then cups his balls and puts it to the other side and then measures out the rest of his pants. And then I just remember in the episode that Chandler comes back and he's like, "What's wrong with your tailor? It's totally inappropriate." And he's like, "What are you talking about? That's totally normal. They go up the leg, shift the balls, measure the other side, shift the balls back. That's totally normal." And they're like, "That's not normal." Yeah.
You know what? I think I've even seen them. So who made that comment?
Elena MB.
Oh, thanks, Elena. Great comment. Thanks for sharing.
But anyways, shall we move on to Dick of the Week?
Speaking of, let's move on to Dick of the Week.
Okay. That would be Balls of the Week. So, Kim, I'm going to tell you the nominees, and you're going to pick who you like best. So, first we have nominated is the guy that attacked Brad Pitt. I don't know if you've heard about it in Tokyo, but Brad Pitt was at a premiere for Angelina Jolie, and this reporters from like the Ukraine or something like that, he pulls these pranks on celebrities. So 2 weeks ago, he decided to sneak onto the Cannes red carpet and go under America Ferrera's dress, which totally was not cool. And then and then he decided to jump over the barricade and then touch Brad inappropriately, and so then Brad proceeded to hit him a couple times, and then security jumped in and stopped him from doing whatever violation he was going to do. So that's number one.
So he's kind of like the inappropriate Ukrainian Borat?
Exactly. Except they're filming it for real and airing it. He actually ended up getting fired because of his inappropriate tactics. Like, I get, like, doing funny pranks. Like, I thought it was hilarious when Borat poured all the ashes on Ryan Seacrest. That was hilarious. But, like, touching people is a big no-no. Like, and if
So
they're
pouring
not,
ashes, okay. Touching, no?
well, it was fake ashes. And you kind of knew he was going to do something. It's Borat. Versus some unknown person that didn't ask for permission is, like, not cool. Like, you don't touch people unless you give them permission or get
Okay.
permission. So that's Dick of the Week is that guy. Then I also picked airplane germs. And then C is cranky people.
How do you send a trunk in my junk to airplane germs?
I don't know. I do not know.
And how are airplane germs different than other germs?
Because airplane germs, it was just really, really dirty. Like,
Right.
I feel like it's overwhelmed with germs. So that's what I nominated, airplane germs, because I just had to deal with way too many icky germs on an airplane. And then cranky people, some people just aren't happy and they just take you down with them and suck fun out of life. And so, not naming specific people, but I just nominated cranky people in general.
Well, I think I'd give cranky people a lot more of a vote if there was a name that I could send the actual prize to.
Just in general.
Oh, looks like we're gonna have to give it to the Ukrainian guy then.
Oh, snap. All right, Ukrainian guy, you definitely win.
Great. Dick of the week, Ukrainian guy that beat up Brad Pitt. All right, and now my favorite part of the week, sidekick. Come on, give your prediction.
All right, so this is for all you ladies out there. So we are always in the hunt for something when we're shopping, and whether it's that dress or perfect shoes, you're not 100% about something that you just purchased, but you'd only be wasting your time and money to continue your search. So whatever, like, you know in your gut that it's the one, pick it, buy it, otherwise you're just wasting your time and money. And I'm all about saving you time and money. In the end, if you don't like it, sell it on eBay. So your lucky numbers this week, people, are 5, 7, 3, 10 billion, 117 million, and 119 million are your lucky numbers. And play the Powerball. It will bring you happiness and insight into your dreams.
Can I pick 119 million in the Powerball?
It's so weird. I'm looking at a billboard right now, and it says 119 million. Is that a sign?
Give me my form. I'm going to fill it out right now. It's going to be a long form if it's got 119 million numbers on it. All right. So what is our topic next week?
Next week we're talking weddings. So I'm thinking we're going to talk about wedding guests, wedding crashers, wedding fashion.
Ooh, I have a new product that we're going to be carrying. I found here in Tokyo. I'm bringing some back with me. They're perfect for weddings. They're called hotties. And we have, you know, these little hot pads that are air activated. This is also biodegradable for all you sustainable folks. And you stick them on the inside of your dress, on like the small of your back area, but they hold fasten. They just stick on your dress and they keep you warm. So us girls, when we're wearing little outfits and we're freezing and the guys are in their jackets and pants and all that and fine, we won't be freezing because we'll have a little hot pad that we've stuck onto our dress. So I'll have those next week. Very excited, and I'm sure we'll include that in our topic. So thanks for tuning in. This is Taboo Topics by Fashion First Aid. I'm Honest Kim. We've got the Psychic Sidekick Annie, and see you next Tuesday.
Bye, everyone.
Biner?
Yep.
Are we off the air?
Nope.